Welcome back to a new episode in our Captain of Industry series. We're definitely making some great progress. Don't worry, today I didn't change the whole island and you're going to be completely lost once again, but we definitely made some great changes. Let's dive right in. First of all, we're going to now make our first mega excavator. From the small, we moved into the normal excavator, and now the first mega excavator. We moved from a capacity of 6 to a capacity of 20 and now a capacity of 60. So this is huge. This is 10 times the small one. But to do that, we needed the red vehicle parts, the vehicle parts level 3. Also do note that they're so big, they can't go under belts level 2. So you really need a lot of bridges. And that's why from the start, actually, you may have seen that I've never used level 2s. I always use bridges because I want it to be ready for the end. But yeah, we have this first mega excavator over here because we are producing now those vehicle parts. I used to have a huge storage of vehicle parts level 2. So this is going directly into this assembly electric, and then the electronics are coming from trucks. But yes, we have started to make electronics. Electronics are so important. They're used in many things. As you can see, vehicle parts level 3, also the household appliances that we just unlocked, the maintenance level 2, and then most importantly, final research level 4, the final construction level 4, and the electronics level 3. So these electronics are really important and we started making them. It actually starts first over here where we're making PCB or circuit boards if you wish. It takes some glass, some plastic, some copper, really small amounts. So that is great, that is good, you don't need, huge belts. Then both of these are going on that belt into this storage. And then this is going out this way at level 0, going into those 4 factories, taking those printed circuit boards, some electronics, and some silicon, another new resource. But yeah, all of this is coming over here. You can see the silicon is coming at that level, the electronics over here. The electronics, remember, were made over here. We're still making them over here. I've also added actually one more of these, and let's follow the silicon. The silicon is actually coming all the way over here from this completely new module over here. It starts in this corner over here where we're gonna take some coal and some chlorine to make graphite and some sour water. This graphite is going into this one. This is full. This is why this is full right now. The sour water, as always, going into a sour stripper to make a bit of sulfur, ammonia, and water. Sulfur is going here and being emptied. The water is going back into the system, and the ammonia is transforming to hydrogen. We're also making a bit more hydrogen over here with our excess water. All of the excess water is going into those two to make some hydrogen, and then all of the hydrogen is going this way. The chlorine is actually coming from very far because it's following all that belt over here all the way over there. This is where we are making a lot of chlorine. I could even make more if needed. It's easy to add. Then out of this storage we have this one going all the way over here into those arc furnace. This is arc furnace level 1. Is going to take a bit of that graphite, a bit of coal, and quartz. Quartz is a new resource. And with that, we're making this molten silicon, a bit of slag, a bit of exhaust. The slag is linking, as you see, to my main slag belt over here, going to the crusher, so all good there. And the exhaust, for now, to be honest, I'm actually just sending into the atmosphere. I know this is not good for the pollution. We're now at -13, but yeah, this was just a bit easier to do this way. And then this molten silicon is going here into the silicon reactor. It is 12. This is 24, so we have 2 for each, so 4 in total, plus a bit of hydrogen. And this is why we were making hydrogen, remember, over here, from our ammonia and from our water. And with that, we're creating the silicon poly, which is going on that belt into this storage, and then for now being used, as we said, into our electronics level 2. So this is how we've started to make electronics level 2, and once again, those electronics level 2 are really going to be used in many different things, so we may even need to increase that production in the future. Now, as I said, one of the things we need is quartz. This is a new resource that you can't find on your island. If you look over here, there's no quartz. You have to find it on the map. And I've actually made quite a few upgrades on the map. Let's dive into that. There's still a number of pirates. as you can see, but they have a high battle score. This is 610, while mine is only 560. So I'm not gonna attack these last pirates right away, but we've attacked all of the other pirates, the lower level ones, and we've also repaired a lot of the mines. Some of them are paused, some of them are not. So for example here, we have now a limestone quarry paused. We have a uranium mine that is also paused. So with that we can do nuclear. Here we have a sulfur mine that is also paused. Groundwater also repaired and paused. I've also upgraded my coal mine. It was level 4, now it's level 6. So really getting quite a lot of coal. Of course that has reduced the time left, only 400 years, which is basically the double what I have done now. And remember, I still have quite a bit of coal also on the island, and I've also repaired another coal mine over here. Then the quartz mine, we've repaired one of them and we're starting to use it. This is how we're bringing quartz into the island. We have another one quartz over here that I haven't repaired actually yet. Now I've also upgraded the oil rig, level 8 now. It's producing quite a lot, more than 200 per minute. Remember, we have other oil rigs and I still have 600 years over here, so that's totally fine. But I have also, for example, another one over here, another one over there. So we have some time for the oil. But one thing I did want to bring your attention to is if you look at all of those mines, most of them are actually finite. There's only 2 that are not finite. The first one is the sawmill. As you can see, the sawmill, there's no limit. It doesn't say in X number of years. And the other one is the groundwater well. That's also not finite. The only limit you have with both of these is, of course, the more you upgrade them, the more people and the more unity it's going to take you. This at level 2 is only 100 per minute, right? I'm using more than 1000 per minute. So we need to upgrade it a lot, and then that means a lot of people, a lot of unity. And I've made this small cargo depot. It's only 2 for now. I could upgrade it to 4 without any problem. That's why I left this space over here for this quartz. As you can see, this is quite full because I'm actually not really using a lot. My graphite is full. On this side, we still have our wood and our coal. That hasn't changed. I've made a new ramp over here to go into this plateau because here I'm starting to destroy the old one. But to be honest, now that we've cut all of the trees that are here, I'm not even really sure I need a ramp. I think now we're just going to sort of start digging, bring this mountain down. The only reason could be for the goal, because the goal is quite far back. And of course, we've done a couple of researches. We have the fuel station level 3 actually. Maybe let's upgrade it and do it. All good. We have unlocked the silicon, the electronics and maintenance level 2. So if you look here in your maintenance depot, we used to have this one on maintenance level 1. Now we also have the maintenance level 2, which takes some mechanical parts, and electronics level 2. So, another reason to have this. But at this moment, we actually don't really need maintenance level 2, so I'm not gonna build it before I need it. And then the statue of maintenance, this is what you can see over here. You find it into this landmark. It does cost you some resources, but not crazy. Take some space, make sure you're ready for that. And it also takes fuel gas, which is why I've put it over here, because remember, we're creating an excess of fuel gas from our production over here. This is what I've connected over here. You can see this is a priority out, because you really do need to make sure this is getting fuel. Because look, if you do give the fuel, then your maintenance for your whole island is decreased by 5%. But if you don't, then you're getting a negative effect. So you definitely need to make sure that you're using that. For now, this is only 2 of fuel per minute for me, so definitely not a problem. But yeah, great to have it, looking good. I love, for example, also that there's a bit of fuel over here. I don't know if that's creating any pollution, I hope not. But yeah, this is looking pretty good. And of course, also helping in terms of gameplay. Oh, it seems that one wall just fell down. And indeed, I'm starting to have a lot of warnings over here because I'm going very far. You can also see over here, you know, we used to have a road here. Now that road is no more. I even put a few of these walls over here to make sure that all of my belt didn't fail. But this is just temporary, don't worry. We're going to fix that because I just wanted to get all of the ore out before we can fill it back again. Because as you can see, we're almost done. There's almost no ore left at all compared to this new mine over here that we're just barely starting. But yes, there was still a bit left outside of the walls, and that's why you can see some of the walls have been destroyed, or some of them I just destroy myself. And then there's a bit over here too that will get just before leaving, and then we can fill that again and make it flat, right? We can make it at level 2. Maybe this can actually be the space for our rocket. While we're here, one thing I did want to mention is, of course, when you are in the overlay for your resources, we can see, right? We can see here there's definitely a number of resources, several levels of it. Here there's only one level, but you can also see that in some places there's no more this bar saying that there are some resources, but you can still see some red in terms of here iron ore. That means there is just a bit, basically. You know, this can be maybe one truck, let's say. This could be also all of this, maybe one truck, but you'll get a lot of other stuff in it, right? So that would be very low efficiency. Doesn't mean you can't get it. You definitely should if you want to be perfect. I'll definitely try to get, for example, here, there's definitely quite a bit. But this one, for example, that's probably not worth it. You know, it's maybe half a truck and that's going to destroy all of this. So I'll just leave that one here. But because we're getting those very low amount of resources, the amount of iron versus the rock and the dirt over here, now our iron is getting a bit low. We need to be careful, and that's why I've definitely started in advance this new one over here. As you can see, really getting into it. We have a good ramp, some good walls to protect, and now we're gonna get into the real mine. We've also unlocked the electric boiler. This electric boiler just takes a bit of water to create steam. 24 to 24. Remember the other former boilers, gas or coal, were 48 plus something to give 48. So this is smaller. This of course also takes electronics level 2. So this is quite advanced. This will cost you in terms of resources. And on top of that, it also requires maintenance level 2 and a lot of electricity. 1.6 megawatt. As you can see, I'm producing 24 in total. You can't have too many of those unless you have a really good electricity production. And I'm now making the last research before getting into the end game. The next one is going to be our parts level 4, so really important, as well as the assembly robotic, so the upgrade of our electric assembly. And with that, we can produce even faster. Then we get into the microchips and the last research. So we're really getting close to the end game. So in the next episode, definitely get ready to speak about construction level 4 and maybe microchips. Let's see about that. Hope you liked this episode. If you did, don't hesitate to press the like button, and I hope to see you next time.